been assaulted. I need to know what to do.
Be smart, honey. 2 minutes of hell for the opportunity of a lifetime.
Will ruin both of our lives.
Move on.
Stop him before he hurts other women.
Don't you see that she's messing with your head?
Have to stop letting them get away with it.
That is a promo for this week's all-new episode of Accused on Fox. The show starts off each episode in a courtroom, but viewers have no idea what the crime was or why this person is in court. Joining us to talk about this week's episode, one of the stars, Mary Lynn Rajskub. Hi, how are you today?
Hi, good morning. Happy to be here
Yes.
to talk about The Accused on Fox.
Yes, so the show really gets into a moral gray area at times. Did you know it was going to be as intense as it is?
Oh, yeah, I read the script and I thought, wow, this is one of the best things I've read in a while. And each episode is based on a single court case. And you see it through the defendant's eyes. And when the show starts, you're not really sure what's happening, and it's told through flashbacks. And you get to see the emotional, psychological state of the person that's accused. And because it's told through flashbacks and sort of being revealed in different pieces, as the viewer, you're questioning the whole way through, like, wait a second, was that person in the right? You know, do they have a point? And so it really breaks down how these crimes are committed and how your life can change with one impulsive decision. And it takes on some really heavy topics that are, could seem black and white, but then become very morally ambiguous. So it's a real ride to watch. And each one is just fantastic.
Yeah, and I know you star alongside Whitney Cummings in Accused, and you've known her for a little while, right? So you did her podcast. How was kind of working together on this episode?
It was great. It was so much fun because I've known her for years, but it's one of those things where we've never gotten to work together. And usually when I see her, it's in passing at comedy clubs. And that's, we can be like that as performers where it's like, oh, let's hang out, but then we're podcasting, or, oh, let's get to see each other. But then the only way we get to see each other is doing an episode together. But she is so fantastic in this episode. I'm so happy for her that she's getting to tackle this dramatic role and just doing it really, really well. Because the show is based around her. She actually, her character is a comic, and she's taken advantage of by another comic, and it just unfolds from there and kind of tackles that whole issue that has been in the news a lot. And it's something that's close to both her and I because we're both comedians.
For sure. And obviously, like you said, you guys are covering such intense topics. What was the kind of the vibe behind the scenes on set? Was it still fun and light when they cut, or did it stay kind of intense throughout the whole time?
It's kind of like, and this is something I've experienced a lot, especially back in the day when I was on 24. It's kind of like laughing at a funeral because the subject matter is so heavy. This used to happen on 24 too, because when you're on camera and you're in the scene, things are so intense and there's so much gravity to it that it's almost like when they yell cut, we're all kind of laughing in a way. You're sort of laughing while you're crying. So it's a real roller coaster ride, but we had a lot of fun and laughed a lot for sure in between every take.
That seems like it could be really cathartic. I also have to say, I love the title of your book, Famish, which is just like so wonderfully self-deprecating. But I want to know, what was the moment that you kind of first felt like you made it in your career? Because you've had a really cool career.
Yeah, I'm really, like, looking back on it, I had a really charmed life. Like, in the mid-90s, I was getting all sorts of bit parts in sitcoms because I was in LA, in the sort of LA local comedy scene. And then my first drama was on 24, which was such a monumental show that kind of changed the face of television. And I entered onto that show when it was already really, really popular, and it was a big deal. And so I had to kind of hit the ground running, and I got to learn while being on the job. And that just really was, it still took me a good, 3 or 4 years of being on that show where I could take an exhale and go, okay, I guess I'm a professional actor now,
I could see that for sure. Mary Lynn Rajskub, thank you so much for chatting with us today.